Going on, you guys? Welcome to the Cowboys Corner. This is talking crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys, guys. If you guys want to join in, all you got to do is click the link. Click the link. There we go. Yes. And we are live now in full effect. Like I said, if you want to join, click the link, guys. Lots to talk about. Dan Quinn took the job. Took the job. What does the defensive coordinator position look like now that he took the job? Where the gang at? I don't know. If you want to join. The link's right there. It's pinned. Who would you take as a defensive coordinator, Ron Rivera or Mike Zimmer? That's what we're going to be talking about. Craig English, what's up, man? What's good? What's up, everybody? Ron the Don in the building. I appreciate you guys. Link is in the chat, guys. If you want to join up. WWE guys here. If you want to join up. Let's talk some football. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Cowboys fan, you're more than welcome to be here. We got a lot to discuss tonight on Talking Crazy, and you see the logo, Crazy and Cowboys. They better get it right. Sports Junkie said, yes, they better get it right. Cowboy Brown said, Zimmer would be cool with me. See here, okay. Eastside Harold, a Texan fan. And here, what's up, Eastside Harold? Hope everything's good with you. Oh, man, I can't miss this one. Who's this one? Ron the Don, what's up, man? What's up, guys? I heard they interviewed Mike Zimmer today. I think Mike Zimmer is one of the last interviews. I don't think he's been interviewed yet. But everybody do me a favor right now. Hit that like button. 11 people in here to start the show. Hit that like button for me. What's up, Alan? Hope everything's good with you, brother. Long-time subscriber right there. Appreciate you stopping in here, Alan. Who do you think will be DC? That's the topic. Defensive coordinator, fellas. Again, the link is in the description, or it's pinned in the comments, guys. If you want to come in here, let me see if I can do this here. Let's see, copy stream link. Let me exit out of here. Let me paste that baby in here and paste and enter. I should go in there. Yeah. So let's talk about defensive coordinator. I'm talking crazy with Cowboys Corner. All right. There's Joe Witt. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Oh, my goodness. What happened? What the heck happened? You guys there? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I was about to get all crazy with it. You guys give me a thumbs up if I'm good. I don't know if I'm good or not. I don't know what just happened. I went to go share the stream, and then crazy stuff just went all crazy. Let me know, guys. Give me a thumbs up in the chat, please. I don't know why it ain't sharing the dang link. Let me go to... I don't think I'm back yet. I don't see any thumbs up yet. Oh, my goodness. Did I just mess this up? Let me go. Let me see. Going live, man. It's crazy stuff. Let's see. No thumbs up yet. Okay. Man, my comment section, I see the thumbs up. Dude, I have no idea what's going on. Zero idea. Okay. I think I'm back. Sorry about that, fellas. My God, I want to talk about a blooper reel live. Okay. Going to be hard, I think, with Mike on a 1-year deal, says Sports Junkie. I think you're right. I think you're right, dude. I think try again, Eshawn. Try again. I think I got it working now. I don't know what the heck, but try it again. Try it again. But let's get into the show, man. Technical difficulties and all this crazy shenanigans. I can't believe it. Let me get a sip of my Dr. Pepper. WWE guy says Al Harris for defensive coordinator. So let's go over our options, right? Al Harris, Joe Witt, Mike Zimmer, who got into the mix really late, Ron Rivera, who has been one of those guys, right? How does Mike McCarthy do this on the outside? Dan Quinn's gone. There's already reports that Joe Witt Jr. wants to go with Mike McCarthy. There's already talks about Al Harris wanting to go with Dan Quinn. All right. So Mike McCarthy is a big believer in continuity. All right. Continuity is something that Mike really likes with his team, the offensive line, stuff like that. Those guys have never been defensive coordinator. You're absolutely right, Craig. You're absolutely right. But we can't be scared of unknown stuff. We can't be scared of it. One thing Jerry Jones said that really pissed me off was he's comfortable with Mike McCarthy. A lot of fans are comfortable with results, right? I want the best man for the job. And we can't be overconfident. We can't be overcomfortable. We can't be, content. We have to get uncomfortable sometimes. On Cowboys Corner, you'll see I talk about the uncomfortable stuff because it has to be talked about. The Dallas Cowboys, when Jerry said, I'm comfortable with Mike McCarthy, that hurt my feelings. I mean, it was like losing against Green Bay all over again. It was. Because I need Jerry to be uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable Jerry is, the better it is for Dallas Cowboy fans. I vote Cowboys Corner for defensive coordinator coach. Count me in. Mike, what's good, man? I hope everything's well with you. Jerry wanted a nice salami. Oh, my goodness. That's why he's comfortable. Yeah, facts for sure. But the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy's uncomfortable. All right. He said on the podium, I didn't come to Dallas to get an extension. I came to Dallas to win a Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy's first choice was Mike Nolan. And we know how the Mike Nolan experience went. We went from middle of the pack defense under Rod Marinelli to the worst defense with Mike Nolan. And that was handpicked by Mike McCarthy. Dan Quinn gets fired in Atlanta. Mike Nolan's out the door. Dan Quinn comes in, and we go worst to first. What turnaround? 3 years later, this defense. Salute to you. What's good? A lot of Cowboy content creators are scared to move on from Dak. They always have excuses for him. We'll touch on this. Short dog. Don't worry about it. We got a super chat in from Mike. He said, Cowboys Corner for head coach. Put me in there. Let's call Jerry. Hey, let's call him up. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'll be the coach next year. I sure will. Appreciate the super chat. I really do, Mike. Thank you so much. Mike McCarthy is really uncomfortable. Jerry's comfortable with Mike, but Mike McCarthy's uncomfortable. He has 1 year remaining on his contract this year. He has to pound the table to say, hey, I want to go all in. I want to do this. I want to do that. Right? But will Mike McCarthy pound the table to say, we need to go all in? We got to do this. We got to do that. I need to pick this guy to be a defensive coordinator. When it's all said and done, Mike McCarthy's 1-for-1 picking defensive coordinators. Can we go with Ron Rivera, who had a really good defense in Carolina? Can we go with Mike Zimmer, who was a longtime assistant for the Dallas Cowboys? Do we go with in-house with Al Harris? Trayvon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs said that he wanted Al Harris. Wyatt Thomas said that he wanted those, Al Harris or Joe Witt, right, on Twitter. If I had to pick a defensive coordinator, guys, he got to hit that like button for me, please. Mike Vrabel. The problem with Vrabel is Vrabel runs a 3-4. Cowboys blog made a really good video talking about Vrabel and what we have pieces to do 3-4. And we do have the pieces to run a 3-4 defense. But I don't think Mike wants to switch from a 4-3 to a 3-4 in his last year because that takes learning, right? And Mike McCarthy don't have time for guys to learn. So Vrabel is out of the question because of his scheme of a 3-4 defense. If I was Mike McCarthy, I wouldn't want to do that change. And Retro Scotty, you're good, brother. You're good. Don't worry about it. I get your here. Trust me. When it comes to humor, I know humor, so don't feel bad, brother. It is what it is. It's all fun and games. It's talking crazy right here on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. All right, there's the link if you want to come in. But that's why I think Vrabel isn't. Bill Belichick. I don't know why I ain't letting you join. What does it say, Nishan? Bill Belichick is over 70 years old. I don't know if I want a coach over 70 coaching younger players. I don't know if I want that or not. Can anybody click the link and see if it's working for you, please? See if it's working. I don't know if I want older people coaching a young team like the Dallas Cowboys. That's interesting. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why. Let me see if I can add guest. Let me copy this link. Let me go in here, copy link. Let me paste. Now try it right here. Try it right there. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want older either. Not that old. Absolutely. And Bill Belichick's pretty old. All right. And so if I had to choose, now Mike Zimmer's kind of old. He's long in the tooth, but I want a Mike Zimmer for a defensive coordinator. I do. There it is right there. I think, hey, everybody, welcome Eshawn into Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Welcome, Eshawn.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. We're talking about defensive coordinator, Eshawn.
Yeah.
Guys, that link works.
Yeah. The other one, it was just fucking buffering like all day.
Let me unpin that one, and let me see if I can pin this one. Oh, yeah. Everyone's coming in now. Show on screen. Come on with it. Who is this one? I don't know who you are. Cowboys, bro. Who is this? What's up?
Nope.
Bill had good defenses. You're right. He did. But I don't know if I want Bill coaching this team. That's just what it is. Eshawn joined up. Who's this other guy? Cowboys brother Cowboy. Who is this? Hello.
Hello, can you hear?
I don't think he's ready yet. Okay, I'll just keep him in the back. So the link is good. Thank you, Short Dog. I think that might be Short Dog. We need discipline. Yes, we do, Agent.
Oh, we do.
Yes, we do. So, Eshawn.
What's up, man?
You got the choice of Joe Witt. You got the choice of Al Harris. You got the choice RS. What's up, RS?
What's going on, Cowboy Corner?
Not a whole lot. What you got, man? What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I was saying earlier, I just don't want retreads as defensive coordinator. That's just my honest opinion. I mean,
this is Retro Scotty, ain't it?
Yeah, Retro Scotty. Yep, that's me.
Yeah. Now say that again.
I was saying that I just don't know if I want retreads as defensive coordinators. I mean, yeah, I know they bring a lot of experience, but I sure as hell don't I don't want Ron Rivera, because we saw how he took over, and it seemed like the defense was just as bad, if not worse. And maybe that could be a talent issue. I don't know, but I feel like that could be a Mike Nolan situation all over again. And I feel like he might be better as like a positional coach, like linebackers coach, in my honest, humble opinion.
Go ahead.
I was going to say maybe Zimmer could work, but I just don't know if we will have the right personnel for it. Maybe he would put more emphasis on defensive tackle and getting some actual linebackers, not this hybrid safety linebacker bullshit. I mean, it could work in certain situations, but not like full-time games. And we saw what happened in that Green Bay game. So, which I could talk about all day, but
right.
Yeah.
So I reached out to one of my buddies that I've known for a long time. He's actually a Commanders fan. And I asked about Ron Rivera and why that defense it was like Cowboys, right? As a whole, it looks really good on paper, but it never clicked, right?
Right.
So, and I asked him about that. He said, dude, Ron Rivera ran the team. Ron Rivera had to try to coach the team. Ron Rivera had to do so much stuff for Dan Snyder and all those distractions. It felt like, to me as a fan, this is the Commander fan, Edgar talking. He said it felt like to me that he was drowning from Dan Snyder's BS, and he really couldn't grasp his own team. I don't pay attention to the Commanders enough, so I have to get some friends who represent other teams to say, hey, what's going on with Ron Rivera? Why did he get fired? I know you suck, and I know I hate you, but why? I don't pay attention to that organization inside and out like I do the Cowboys. So having said that, Retro, do you buy into that? Like, do you think he was under the Dan Snyder microscope and he couldn't really get a hold of the team like he wanted to?
Maybe. I mean, I mean, like you said, I don't watch any. I don't know how I know that Dan Snyder was a bit of a control freak. We can agree to that. But I just didn't know the whole situation, the whole power struggle between him and Ron Rivera. So maybe, but at least Zimmer can at least. I think his defenses can be capable as long as we get some decent players on that team. It can work. Maybe Ron Rivera, I'm not sure. I just don't want it to turn into another Mike Nolan situation.
Trust me, I don't want that either.
Right.
That's
Go ahead, Eshawn. What's your thinking on defensive coordinator, Eshawn?
Well, I mean, to the Ron Rivera point, I mean, I understand what Retro Scott is saying, but I mean, Dan, I don't follow the Commanders enough to really make a comment on how well he did over there. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, I think at this point, when it comes to defense, at least for me, any new face who can help elevate, because I mean, regardless, we're gonna need linebackers. So like, no matter what, we would have to upgrade that position. So I mean, I would be okay with bringing in Ron Rivera. Would he be my top choice? I honestly don't know who my top choice would be, if I'm being honest. I would probably keep Al Harris where he is, because I feel like he's had a really, really solid impact on the corners and the heart of the corners and things like that. So I would keep Al Harris where he is, because I think he's done a really good job with that group. But I wouldn't mind bringing in Ron Rivera, but I don't really have anybody to pinpoint exactly, because who is on the market right now for defensive coordinators? That would be my first question because I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than Rivera, and then, but if Zimmer's out there, would he want to be a defensive coordinator, or is he going for a head coaching job?
He's willing to do defensive coordinator.
Okay, then I mean I wouldn't mind either. I would if between the two of them, I would probably say Zimmer. But yeah, so I guess as of right now, he would probably be my top choice. Then yeah.
Gotcha. Mike B. You there, Mike B? You're on mute. There you are. No. Old school. What's up?
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's going on?
Oh shit, just sitting back and watching y'all do y'all thing. What's happening?
Not a whole lot, man. Just chilling, dude. What you got for the show, brother?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just sitting back, just chilling, and just watching y'all and just enjoying everything.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
What's happening?
No, it's Saturday night. We're talking crazy over here.
Okay. Yeah, I just jumped on your screen real quick because the other one down right now. We're waiting for that to kick off, but the fifth quarter in here.
No fifth quarter. Is this OG?
Huh?
Are you OG?
You got a lot of questions, don't you, young man?
Is that OG? That's OG, ain't it?
Yeah, it sounds like him, but I mean,
you ask more questions than the old lady.
That's OG. Mike,
Yeah.
Can you hear me? You there, Mike?
are you there? Oh man.
Oh, his mic isn't working. Dang it.
Oh damn.
Oh boy.
So, OG, what you got for defense coordinator?
Oh well, I want to sit back and just wait the Super Bowl over. No rush.
Okay.
No rush. I don't want a bunch of old men over there coaching. So we just sit back and we're gonna see what the game plan is. Sit back, don't rush. Sit back and see what you can give us.
Okay. So, anybody gonna watch the Pro Bowl tomorrow?
Probably not.
Probably not either.
So let's I want to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
This is where this stream is made. All right.
Yeah.
Any Cowboy fan could come in and disagree, or any Cowboy fan could come in and agree. It's all up to you. There's the link. And I'm about to talk some craziness. Why does it feel like Cowboy fans have lost standards? Why? And what I mean is, it feels to me like if you make a Pro Bowl, everything's great.
Everything is great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you make an All-Pro, everything's great.
Right. Yeah.
If you do Walter Payton Manning Award, which is a great award, you've done something great, right?
Right. Yeah.
Last time I went to AT&T Stadium was about 5 weeks ago.
The Lions game.
The Lions game. I seen banners hanging up in AT&T Stadium, and the banners said Super Bowl champion.
We're champions. Yeah.
The banners didn't say we had 10 Pro Bowls in this year. The banner didn't say we had this many All-Pro players. Why is it? Is it the new generation of Cowboy fans where they got a ribbon for coming in the 9th place? Because when I was growing up, there was no 9th place. You were first, second, or third, and if you got 4th or more, then you didn't get nothing. But now everybody wants a participation trophy. So I don't know if it's that mindset, but okay, Dak had a really good year, but it means nothing because we got nowhere.
Right.
Absolutely.
So retro. Why do you think fans are changing their mindset and accepting Pro Bowls and All Pros and not being hungry for Super Bowls?
Man.
So a lot to think about. Do you mind if you pass it on to Ishan, then I'll come back to later and maybe I can kind of.
Come on, Ishan.
All right. Well, I'll answer that. Yeah. So why do a lot of Cowboy fans seem complacent?
Yes.
I think a lot of it is people like who they like and don't want to be honest about what they see on the field and what actually happens on the field. right? Because it's easy to say on like how many seasons have we had where on paper we talk about the most talented team in the NFL and it leads no fucking place. It happens damn near every season. And I feel like a lot of Cowboy fans buy into that. And a lot of I think the reason starts I mean, I sound like a broken record, but starts with Jerry Jones hyping this team up, man. Because I mean, this because I mean, to your point, we had 9 all pros this season. Where did it fucking lead us? You know, we got at a point in the fucking Packers game, it was 48-16. So it means nothing. But I feel like I mean the complacency comes, it ties hand in hand with how the organization feels about, hey, we have 9 all pro guys, so we're good. And I feel like a lot of the fans, if they like you, like there's a lot of people who still make excuses for Dak Prescott, still make excuses for a lot of players. I feel like just because of the sentimentality or that they like them, there's not really any truth to it. And so it's unfortunate, but I mean, that's really what it is. And I mean, so long as the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, those people are going to be the ones who fill up the seats. And in turn, those players and Jerry Jones are going to be the ones who are going to get paid. Their incentive to change goes out the fucking window. And as a result, everything just keeps going in a fucking cycle. Nothing's going to change. If a lot of fans don't change, how the owner who we can't expect him to change because we're not really, you know what I mean? And so but to your question, it's like, it frustrates the living shit out of me, Cowboys Corner, I'll be honest, because I'm just like, so many people want to make excuses for bad play, man.
Right.
And it leads to the Cowboy fans and then the players, fucking Micah Parsons on his fucking podcast, which I won't jump ahead, but those kinds of things, I feel like everything ties hand in hand. The players, the fucking,
Hey, leave Micah Parsons alone by the podcast.
Nah, I'm not leaving him alone about nothing. I'm letting him because it's at some point in time, you have to take accountability. That's my problem. When this, I don't recall him. I'm not going to make this whole segment about Michael Parsons, but I don't recall him bitching when people compared him to Lawrence Taylor. Earlier this season when he was recording 2-3 sacks against the Giants, the Jets. Did he come out? He went as far as to say that after we got smacked by the 49ers 42-10, he was like, "Oh, we're still on the same playing field with them." I don't want to hear it. And so he's one guy. I'm not going to make this a Micah Parsons topic, but that's an example to me of why like the fans are like that, the players are like that, the owners like that, and then we wonder why we haven't won anything. I mean, that's just and yeah. So I mean, to your question directly, it's like people like who they like, and a lot of people don't really want to fucking call it out for what it is.
So it's players over the star mentality.
Yeah, it's the hype, the celebrity, the fame, because it's a culture problem. We talk about this all the time. It's a culture problem, right? The culture of the Cowboys is that they like the anticipation of winning. They don't like the reality of winning. You have to, and because think about it, the amount of times Jerry Jones talks about, oh, this team reminds me of the 90s. Dak reminds me of Troy Aikman or whomever. Yeah, I wasn't even around to see them, but even I fucking know.
You just made me laugh, Eshaun.
No, but I wasn't.
Remind you of Troy. That was funny.
Not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what Jerry Jones says. Not me. But I would never dare call Dak Prescott Troy Aikman ever. But the point I'm making is that I wasn't even around to see the fucking championships, and I know more than Jerry Jones fucking how good those Super Bowl teams were. And does Jerry Jones even realize how good we fucking were back in those days? If he did, I don't think he would ever dare to make those kind of comments, right?
Right.
But it's one that's So it's a culture thing, man. Starts from Jerry Jones and it goes down to the fans who are gullible, who want we want to win us on here, but not everyone really wants, as fans, really wants to admit what it takes to win. And that's just what it is. And so that's my opinion on it. But it's frustrating, but that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah. Retro, did you get you an answer thought up?
Well, I think I have. I think I have to pretty much agree with what Ishan said. I feel like it's a culture, and also an entitlement kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like it's because for the previous seasons, it seems like we'd have one successful season, then back down to earth, mediocre, then successful, mediocre. Then we were really bad, and then the last 3 seasons, we've actually been in the playoffs 3 times, which, hey, that's great. But if you don't go any further than just the wild card, the divisional round, what can you really say? That
Right.
The way the Prescott lights up bad teams, he did this, he threw for 4 touchdowns, or the defense had like 3 turnovers. Deron Bland had 2 interceptions, 1 pick six. I mean,
what does it matter?
Yeah, the stats,
Yeah.
It's always about the stats and always accumulating so many stats in the game that we're supposed to buy into this belief that they're going to be just, championship material, Super Bowl material. I feel like we just buy into it because, because we've been kind of hungry for, consistent playoff appearance success, because we even had that for quite some time. I got to give McCarthy some credit to that extent. But also, the defense went out and did its thing, forced turnovers on a consistent basis, because we didn't even have that with, as I hate to call him, Rob Marinelli. I call him Jurassic Marinelli or Rob Marinara.
Yeah.
But still, I still feel like, what's his face? I feel like, in a way, Dan Quinn kind of disappointed me because he was, from what I heard, he was a player's coach to an extent. Yeah, sure, we got the turnovers, but we didn't get jack shit in that fucking Green Bay game. We only forced 1 punt in that first half.
Yeah, that was it. The whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 punt, no turnovers. Where was all the jumping the routes and all this other stuff?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's right. He's right. OG. Why do you think people is accepting participation trophies instead of actual winning?
They just need the money. That's about it.
What did he say?
They just need the
I'm
money.
fucking with y'all. They just need the money. They just need the money.
Jerry Jones' pockets too, just to fill his narcissistic ego.
They just
need the money, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, Mike, is your stuff working?
Yep, I'm here.
5th quarter, can you hear me?
What's up, Mike?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Why do you think people are accepting all pro
5th quarter, you hear me?
The 5th quarter ain't in here.
He's not here, man.
I'm sorry. I was thinking you for 5th quarter.
Man, I don't really have an answer. I don't really have an answer for that. But it's just the mediocrity of this team. I mean, we've had to deal with this for almost 30 years.
Right.
30 years of mediocrity. And for what? I mean, Deron Bland, he gets these pick sixes against these bad teams. And Dak, he disappears in the big moments. He disappears.
And panics under pressure, too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That pick six killed us.
That was a dagger.
It was a shitty fucking awful.
It pretty much put the nail in the coffin, I'd say.
Yeah.
It did.
In taking that sack, that also killed us too. Taking that sack,
he just off the board.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Dak's the answer.
He's not.
If we move on from Dak, who do you think we should draft as the next quarterback?
Who's the best quarterback in the draft? Would you say it's that guy from LSU?
No.
You give Trey Lance a shot, and then you draft that quarterback out of South Carolina.
I feel like if they were to get rid of Dak,
he played
the
Senior Bowl tonight.
It won't be Caleb Williams, right? Because I've heard he could be potentially a bust.
I have no idea.
You're thinking of Drake May, old school.
Yeah, that's who I
No. That's the boy. I said South Carolina.
Or no? Okay.
He's in North.
Sorry, North Carolina.
South Carolina.
Who is South Carolina?
He played in the Senior Bowl today.
It's South Carolina.
South Carolina.
It's Drake May, right?
No.
Who's the quarterback you're talking about?
Quarterback for South
Splitter.
Carolina, Spencer Rattler.
I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Rattler.
Okay, I've never even seen
I'm
him
bad
play.
with names. Yeah, Rattler.
Yeah, okay, I've never seen him play.
So here's the problem with that. I don't think Dak's.
Careful.
This is Cowboys
Careful
corner
what you say.
talking crazy on the corner.
Yeah,
of crazy.
Don't say
Careful.
nothing. Don't say nothing that make yourself seem silly.
No,
This
there's no
talking crazy. There's no such thing as talking silly, OG.
Yeah.
So check this out. This is what happened. And let me say this. I've said this today. I've said this on previous streams, and I'll let you guys come in after me. Trey Lance. I want to give Trey Lance an opportunity. All right. Yeah. And when I say that, people say he couldn't beat out Sam Darnold. All right. Let's go. Let's go back. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Trey Lance was their first round pick. Brock Purdy's a 7th round pick.
Right.
Trey Lance got hurt. Brock Purdy came in, had some success. Right? The next year, Trey Lance got hurt again. Brock Purdy went to an NFC Championship game.
Right.
Yep.
Fast forward again, they go into offseason. They get Sam Darnold. Trey Lance is back. Trey Lance is healthy.
Yeah.
If you're a manager, put yourself in a general manager role, all right? Your 7th round pick has already outperformed your 1st round pick. You have to go get a veteran like Sam Darnold because you know that Trey Lance is not going to be on the 53-man roster come September week 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is you can't have your 1st round pick looking over the shoulder of Mr. Irrelevant because that's not the way it works in the locker room.
Sure.
So when they say he didn't beat out Sam Darnold, that's an escape route to being scared and they don't want to be uncomfortable to not understanding what really happened. They went out and got Sam Darnold for a reason. They already knew Trey Lance wasn't going to be there, so they never gave Trey Lance a fair shake to even beat out Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because when the water boiled down and what was left was a 4th round pick Jerry Jones gave up, didn't talk to anybody, and he gave up a 4th round pick for Trey Lance, and Trey Lance comes to Dallas with a big smile. So when Jerry invested that, Jerry don't pick up the phone and say, yeah, I'll give you a 4th round pick for that.
Right.
He just wouldn't do that. There's a motive. There's a reason why Jerry did that. And here's the reason. I don't know if y'all pay attention to Brian Broaddus and these guys, but I listen to these guys a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't listen to Skip or shit. I listen to the local guys, because they hear stuff within the local community of the Star, right? Yeah. So Brian Broaddus dropped the nugget 4 years ago that said Jerry Jones was going around the Star in Frisco asking guys, is Dak Prescott really our guy?
Uh-oh.
Really? Okay.
When they gave Dak Prescott the contract, Jerry went up to the podium on a press conference in front of 1,000 cameras and said, Dak Prescott overpaid for you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So when Jerry picked up that phone from San Fran and said, we'll give you a 4th, Jerry meant that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't heard points of, there's so many things that like, hey, we have to extend Dak. All Jerry and Steven said is, you know what we think of Dak.
Yeah.
Right. And then Jerry said, Dak will go as far as Dak takes us. And then one of the reporters said, well, you just lost in the wild card. And Jerry said, that's how far we got.
Yeah.
Right.
So Dak has 2 voided years. This is what the big content creators ain't telling you because it's uncomfortable. Dak Prescott has 2 voided years. You can restructure that contract and save $20 million.
Okay.
And that pushes that to the voided years. So when Dak's contract runs out, you're going to pay Dak Prescott when he's not a Cowboy, but that's typical cap stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that they have to sign Dak Prescott.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is after June 1, that's when Dak Prescott's contract gets really, really pretty for the Dallas Cowboys. Because after June 1, If they trade, if they say, "Hey, Dak, we're going to bury you. We hate you. You disgust us." Dak's not going to sit on the bench for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
Dak's going to say, "Hey, let me talk to my agent and let's see who wants me."
Right.
Right. That's all they got. Oh, no trade clause. That's pussy talk. That's scared to be that's scared to be uncomfortable talk from a lot of these content creators.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, that's what I need to.
So come June, there won't be a cap hit if Dak goes somewhere.
No,
else?
there will be, but it's lesser. Lesser.
Okay.
So June 2nd looks very pretty for the Cowboys. What happens in the meantime of June 2nd? Steven, Will, and Jerry are going to be looking at Trey Lance and OTA's minicamp. They're going to be looking at that. How is he commanding the huddle? Is he learning this playbook? How's his footwork? How's this? How's that? Right?
Yeah.
Then that will determine what happens on June 2nd.
But what about OTAs? Though? What about OTAs?
They're going to look at Trey Lance for that.
What about mini OTA?
I just said that. They're going to be looking at Trey Lance. They're going to see how much he's picked up, how much he's learned. There's really no guarantee that the Dallas Cowboys have to do that extension right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not extend Dak.
No,
I would not either. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
I mean, some people say
Absolutely
cut
not.
him, but you don't want to create any more cap problems than you already have.
Exactly.
That's why I say you just see how well he does. If you do some retooling to the offensive line, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why,
I mean, but we all know.
It involves my hypothetical thinking of making a few trades here and there to retool that offensive line and just see how well he does. If he fucks up again, time to move on. Try to see what you have with Trey Lance, even though I'm not sure he's going to be the guy. I like to think that maybe he has a better throwing arm than Dak, but could he process things better? Could he, see the field better? Because a lot of people said that he's somewhat similar to Dak. He's a one-read quarterback and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I suppose. I don't know.
Only thing I'm gonna say about Trey Lance, and I'm gonna say this: he has to get reps. I'm not talking about with the third team. I'm not talking about with the second team. I'm talking about with the first team. I'm talking about with Ferguson, Lamb, Gallup, or whoever receivers they put out there. You got to get those reps at all times.
He won't learn otherwise.
And if he gets reps right now, that's awesome. We'll get some reps throughout the offseason. That's with those guys, fine. That'll be nice. But I want to see his mobility. I want to see how he commands the huddle. I want to see, will he be able to run and slide? I want to see those things and keep his throws low, because we already know that he has the arm strength. And God, he has. When I watched his film, he has a rope. He throws it on a rope, and he has one of those Patrick Mahomes releases, where he throws and he kicks his right leg out, and he's like he's guiding the ball, but he's better in shotgun at making those throws. I want to see those kind of throws. I mean, I want to see how he handles the pressure. And we do need a guy that wants to run and slide. I don't want to take big hits anymore. Run and slide, when it matters. And I'm not throwing no shade on Dak, but what I'm saying is we don't need an all-star guy that likes to have a lot of numbers and says, hey, I got all-star numbers on MVP. Oh, I don't care about that. Just drive the bus, make good completions, and make good decisions. Don't turn the ball over when the game starts, and keep us in the game. That's all I'm asking.
No, I agree.
Don't turn it over, and don't force it, and don't turn it over. And you know that you don't got to throw.
Which is what pissed me off about Prescott.
Yeah. Don't take fucking dumb sacks. But I mean, at this point, we know Dak is what he is. He's not going to change at this point. I mean, he hasn't. He's been the same quarterback his entire career. I really haven't seen. I mean, sure, we can argue that in the regular season he's improved his passing, but he is what he is, and so I agree with OG that I think Trey Lance needs first team reps, man. He won't improve otherwise. We're not going to really see what he's capable of or lack thereof if we don't at least see him in first team reps and OTAs or training. So I agree wholeheartedly.
With the first team offense, I bet he can do something, but it all depends on his repetition and practice.
Give me 1 second here. Nate joined up. He hasn't said a word yet. Give me 1 second, Nate. Do you have anything to talk about this topic, Nate? How you been? You're on mute.
Yeah, this is my first time on the stream. I've been a fan of you Cowboys Corner since 2018.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, awesome.
The first video I saw was I think it was a rant where you're ranting about Tavon Austin, I think.
Oh, I was at the draft. Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah. But about Trey Lance, I, I'm on the same boat with you guys. I think we should give him a chance.
Absolutely.
There's actually a report that if the teams in the draft don't get the quarterback they want, they might trade for Trey Lance, and those teams are willing to take a chance on Lance. And like Cowboys Block says, it's about grabbing your nuts and being ballsy and taking risks, and
That's what he
something
says.
we don't do. That's something we don't do.
That's right.
Oh yeah, right.
No, Nate, I appreciate those kind words, brother. You can stay around if you want. The stream allows 15 people. I thought I bought that, and someone said that it said the stream was full, so I made sure I updated the package. So Nate, you can definitely stay and chime in when you need to, but I can have 15 people on the stream at one time. So that's why I share the link, and that's why anybody wants to talk can talk. So, but no, I appreciate those kind words, and I've seen that same report, guys, about that. But Retro Scotty, what were you going to say, brother?
You mean more about Trey Lance or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, he deserves a shot or at least an opportunity to prove himself, or at least show that he's capable of running the team, making all the NFL throws that he can. Like people said, he needs reps. He needs to spend time with the first team offense rather than just that second team offense or third string offense. He needs a chance to show his skills if he's capable of leading the team down the field and not making too many mental errors or panicking under pressure. I don't know how good Lance is under pressure. I mean, was there a scouting report on that? Does he perform well under pressure?
I don't know.
Okay.
Trey Lance didn't play a lot of football.
Right.
So
That's the thing. I haven't seen much.
He's never gotten a fair shot.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's there could be a dime. There could be a diamond in there somewhere.
You
Diamond
did
in
say
the
he
rough.
throws a good ball,
And
right?
also, we need to
Cowboys
really, I guess we'll go into it, but we definitely need a much better starting caliber running back because Pollard wasn't that guy. I mean, he did get over 1,000 yards, but
He's not
he's
that,
just,
sir.
he's just a good,
He's
he's
probably
a
number
good
one.
change of pace type of back.
Yeah.
He's not
As good as a number.
Alvin Kamara. He's not good as Alvin Kamara or anything like that. He just
Yeah.
But
he's good for being the second string running back, not a full-time starter.
Good
Yeah,
number
one
two,
thing-
not good number one.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not number one.
one thing the Dallas Cowboys failed on, there's a lot of things they failed on, right? But
Right.
a few things they failed on. Obviously, we know linebacker, we know Mozzie Smith, running back. Running back, man, I don't know how Mike McCarthy could sit there in the draft room and say, okay, we cut Zeke, we got Pollard here, we got Malik Davis, we got Rico Dowdle. I think we need to draft Deuce Vaughn. Let's make everybody feel good, and let's draft Deuce and this story and that, right?
Everyone was hyped on the guy, and he seemed like a pretty decent pick in the 6th round, but he is what he is. He needs a little more. He probably needs to gain a little more muscle, and maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he has the manpower.
I don't think he's just that type of guy that he can be a number one back.
No.
He's just like maybe a slightly slower version of Darren Sproles, and maybe that's about it.
Right.
Too tiny. He's actually an inch shorter than I am. I'm 5'6", and he's 5'5".
Yeah, he's 5'5".
He might be good in the kicking game, return specialist, punt specialist, and maybe he can be kind of like a relief running back, but he's just not a number one. I have no idea why McCarthy could all of a sudden think that maybe that this guy could be a legit number one running back, much less Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's already better than him, but he's not, like I said, number one. You need someone that can at least block, get to that second level, can run north and south, can go inside or go outside. Of course, that's something to do with the offensive line schemes as well too. And I mean, does anyone feel like Mike Solari should stay or he should go?
Oh, he should already been gone. I don't know why he's
He
there.
has to go.
Yeah, he should have been gone.
Even our vets struggled, dude. Our vets struggled.
Even Zach Martin struggled a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, he's getting older." No, he just ain't getting coached right. But I do give props for TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman, but I think that's raw talent with TJ Bass and with Brock Hoffman because Brock Hoffman played right guard, he played left guard, and I thought he played well. Brock Hoffman played a little bit of center and a little bit of right guard.
What about center?
And I thought he played
center
well.
or better at guard?
Say that again.
Do you think Hoffman's better at center or guard, or you think they're pretty much the same?
TJ Bass is a better guard. Brock Hoffman needs to be the center.
Right. He'd be a decent backup center. Bass is
I don't think they're going to sign Tyler Biadasz. Well, I think Brock Hoffman coming into his third year is going to have a good shot at making center.
I was going to suggest they should franchise Biadasz and trade him and swap our second round picks for Frank Ragnow. You get a veteran center, then you can draft another center in the draft. That's what I would do. I know it's a little crazy, but I think it can work because who knows if Frank Ragnow still wants to remain with the Lions, especially with Dan Campbell pulling the DS with the go for it calls and nothing to show for that. It could have easily been a tied game, but he was too aggressive, and that's what bites him in the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I he's just like an average at best center, and I think he could be replaced.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sign him to a long-term deal. That's why I would franchise him and trade him somewhere.
Yeah.
Mike, you got anything to add here?
Yeah, so speaking of contracts, I feel like we should sign CeeDee Lamb first. CeeDee Lamb was the glue to the offense that kept the offense together. I feel like if Lamb wasn't on the team, I feel like we would have a much worse record,
Yeah.
He pretty much I feel like Lamb made Dak look a lot better than he actually is.
I agree with you.
I agree with you,
And
man.
I'm being honest when I say this. Lamb is the glue. If we lose Lamb, the offense is fucked. Lamb is absolutely fucked.
Is your ultimate playmaker right there.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's why I think Lamb needs to be the first player that gets extended. We can't extend Dak first. It has to be Lamb that gets extended
Lamb.
first.
And I'm kind of on the fence of extending Parsons, especially the way he talks.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on
He's
that.
all, like someone said in the chat, he's all
He's all talk.
no bite.
He's all talk.
But he doesn't show up. He didn't get one fucking sack in the playoffs. And excuse my language, but
he's only had 2 sacks.
In his whole career, he's had 2 sacks in the playoffs. Forget about the Packers game.
Yeah, and it's like Parsons, someone has to get him off that podcast, man.
Man,
he has to get him off.
Man.
He has to, it's like I've brought this up before. I like Micah as a player, but as a person, not really. I don't really like
you take care of Micah's money, and then you put him in the 4-3 and you let him play weak side linebacker.
Exactly. And that's why I'm kind of glad that Dan Quinn left. It's like I feel like Micah's not being used correctly. I feel like Micah works better at linebacker instead of defensive end. And hopefully if we
like to play defensive end.
He likes to play defensive end because he thinks
that's the problem. If he wants,
that way.
We can do that elsewhere. That's why I'm kind of not.
It's going to change this year, though.
Yeah.
I hope it changes. It better change.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, it better change, but I mean, he's all talk, man, and he pisses me off, man. Can't stand when he gets on that fucking podcast.
He may have gotten his sack in the last game, but he should have gotten some pressure and at least a sack in the game that mattered the most, and he didn't fucking show up.
Well, I mean, my issue, and again, to the
if you watch the game, he was being chop blocked and he was being double teamed.
Yeah, he was, but I mean, that happens to every defensive end. We know that.
But he's too small.
If that was the case, Dan Quinn should have made better adjustments, and he.
No, I agree.
Well, he didn't, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm thankful that Trader Quinn is out there. If he wants to stay in Washington, fuck him. He can stay in Washington for all I fucking care.
No, I agree with you guys. All I'm saying is, for as bad as Dan Quinn coach, and me and on Freaky Friday, me and Fifth Quarter have been talking about that all season. So there's no disagreement with me on that when it comes to Dan Quinn. But Micah Parsons has to take some culpability, man, and he doesn't. He had the fucking nerve to say he's content with how he played against the Packers. He had the nerve to say that with 1 tackle.
Man,
I don't want to hear
he
it.
had 1 tackle.
I mean, we can say he's being utilized wrong, but damn it, if he's the type of player that he wants us to – because think about it, man. When we nuggeted the Giants 40-0 in week 1, he says we have a generational defense. I've been trying to tell you guys we have this fucking generational defense. We get smacked by the fucking the Niners. We're on the same playing field.
The Cardinals, too, of all things.
Yeah, we're on the same playing field with them. And then, then he goes on his little fucking tirade about, oh, I don't condone people bashing Dak. I don't know why people bash the Cowboys. And then now it's like you're making excuses for how you played. I don't want to hear it, man. I just don't want to fucking hear it. And so I mean,
at least own up to your mistakes and not try to make it
Exactly.
and I mean, I agree again that Dan Quinn bears a lot of culpability in 48 points, but to basically say I played okay and Dan Quinn's the whole problem, man, it irritates the fuck out of me when I heard. I got so mad, man, and I know Cowboys corner got really mad too about the when he fucking kissed the dick of the Eagles earlier in the season. but but no, I not to make this a Micah topic, but I agree that I would pay CD over Micah first, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, Nate.
Mike is such a sensitive topic. For the Cowboys fans.
Hey, this is talking crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys.
But it's
go
just
for it, man.
it's just the inconsistencies with him.
Yeah.
There's some games where he could have 3 sacks, 4 sacks, and there's other games where he is just invisible. Just one tackle, and he gets completely shredded in the run game.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It really is.
Here's my part. Here's my thinking with Micah Parsons. All right, y'all hear me out. And OG, I'll let you go after this one. After my
I
point
agree
here.
with you, Cowboys Brown. I agree with you.
Yeah, CD is our best.
No, I
Really
agree.
Is our best player, and I think CD should get paid. But I need CD to push back when he's getting pushed in the back against the Packers.
I agree.
I need a dog 24/7. I need CD to ride the highs, the lows, as much as he rides the highs. Because when CD faces adversity, I don't see the dog in CD.
Yeah, I agree.
True.
I agree with that.
But here's my talk with Micah. All right, 2.5 sacks in the last 7 games.
Unacceptable, man.
Right?
Acceptable.
And I've been arguing a lot that I think Parsons should stick at defensive end. I've been arguing that forever. Like when I hear Micah playing back in linebacker, I'm like, I don't see it. I don't want Micah playing middle linebacker. Micah did it his rookie year, and his talent made up for his errors. All right? His speed made up for his errors. Watch the tape. Like, I'll give you an example. Against the Giants, the big play where Micah just went like this, and the ball hit him in the back, and it's incomplete, right?
Yeah.
His speed made up for that. He missed that read. All right? So, I don't want Micah playing middle linebacker. OG said it best, the weak side. All right? Let Micah play the weak side, see the ball and attack.
Well,
All right? Don't anchor the middle.
Right.
So, and I say that, and I changed my heart because reflecting back on this season, seeing the production from Micah tank, 2.5 sacks in 7 games. Micah's stamina did not hold up for 17 games.
It's
playing defensive end 85% of the time.
Right. That was exactly. But it's happened every season, man. Every season we can go back to. But my thing is more than just the sack number. And tell me a big game that guy has stepped up in. The only one that I can really think about is his rookie season, the Chiefs game when we lost 19-9. That's the only game that I can like a big game that I can remember him really making a stamp. You know what I mean? But other than that, what game has he really stepped up in when it counts? He does that fucking bitch ass crawl against the Giants. Then he disappears against the Packers. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, man. But
he's overhyped.
I mean, he's a good player, man. I'm not trying to say he's a bum, but I'm just saying like
he's good. He's not elite.
Yeah, but I don't want it irritates me that people compared him to Lawrence Taylor. They changed the fucking offense to cover that fucking guy. And so I don't know. I mean, but I agree.
Do y'all think he could be better at a 3-4 outside linebacker? He might excel in that. That way, he's not having to
like a DeMarcus Ware. Yes, I can see that.
I can see that. I can see that.
That's why I was not opposed to maybe bringing variable, at least trying to mix up the fronts. I don't know what the issue is with Mike Nolan. I don't know if it was just the players or just the fact that it was COVID and having to adapt to that scheme. I think we have better players. That's why I think certain players could fit in that outside linebacker, like Micah Parsons and maybe Neville Gallimore. I know he didn't exactly do anything. He could be better at a 3-4 defensive end rather than at defensive tackle. He might be
Yeah.
better at that if we were going to go to 3-4. You keep Hankins. I think you need to have Mozzie bulk up again because I've heard reports that he lost a lot of weight or something. Like
He got under 300 pounds.
Yeah, under
Yeah.
300 pounds. Yeah.
That's starting to remind me like of what Rob Marinelli would freaking do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted him to be a pass rusher, and he's not that type of guy. He might eventually be a pass rusher, but he wasn't going to be that just yet. He was meant to be a run plugger,
Yeah.
Besides to Hankins.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you ask him to do that? That's beyond fucking stupid there.
Yeah. I agree.
It's more of the same Jurassic Marinelli bullshit that I remember, reading.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, I agree.
So, OG, what you got to say, brother?
Oh, well, I want to touch base on this podcast thing. I hate it. I said a few times that Michael needs to get away from the podcast. I hate it, but unfortunately, this is social media. This is everybody has an opinion. This is
right.
This is where the life is heading towards. And I hate to say it, but we need to we don't have to accept it, but we have to understand it because everything is on social media now. So if you say something or do something, shit's on Twitter or X, or it's on a YouTube, or it's on a Facebook. So everything is going towards that way. So everybody has an opinion. And if he says, oh, well, this is happening to me, I'm getting held, I'm getting this, he putting his feelings out there. It's shitty. He should not be doing that. But unfortunately, he is going on his own and saying, hey, this is happening, but the refs are not doing that. He's attacking the refs. He's doing this. He's doing knucklehead things, but that's the way the media is doing it. So everybody's doing a podcast now.
He runs his mouth on Twitter.
Besides him. So and that's where it's going now. And I hate it, but we don't have to accept it, but we have to understand it. He's very young. So, he doesn't really understand that he's exploited himself by doing this kind of things. But if he's not going to be on podcast, he's going to tweet it. If he's not going to tweet, he's going to Facebook it. So he's just trying to get his opinion out there. And that's just the way it's gone now. So we wake up tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised when the first game of doing the preseason or after that, he has another podcast. He's coming up ways to figure out how to make his podcast better. That's kind of selfish, but that's what it is. But I don't really care about his podcast. I want his ass in the all season to get in the weight room. I want them to run a 4-3 defense because I want to see him play weak side linebacker, put those defensive linemen in front of him so they can, when they run the ball, he can be the last defense, and then you got the secondary. I mean, in the middle, but that's what I want to see from him. But he is a tackle machine when he's not worn the hell down. Now, I would say they need to rebuild on their defensive line. Like, go find another veteran or two on defensive tackle. And I'm sorry, I heard somebody say sign Hankins, but no, Hankins needs to go because he's not taking his weight serious. I saw him in the Packer game. He got blown out the hose. You 300-something pounds. The stamina is not there. The strength is not there. He's a one gap so he can get there, but no, you need to find guys that will stop.
I agree with that.
Point of attack. So that's how you stop the run. You just can't bring Hankins back. Say Hankins, come back and play the tackle for us. But Hankins, look, bro, you gotta drop your weight down to 310. No, 335, 340. No, belly hanging, slow to the hole, and of age too. We need to get younger. That's why I keep trying to tell people we need to get younger at the D line. Bring some of those guys back. Play more sound. Get younger at the D line. And bring some studs in there on the draft, or get some veterans that's not that old that are coming that'll help you. Some guys from Baltimore, some guys from different San Francisco, just some guys that that you can get once that thing gets played out, and then so you can protect Micah in the running game because we already know he can cover a tight end. We already know he can cover a running back out the backfield, but I want to see him playing weak side linebacker on the other side of Overshaw. And also, if they want to run a 4-3, you got Wilson. You can try to cover up his flaws. What's this number 33? That's that boy name?
Damone Clark.
scared to tackle, but maybe that'll help his tapping ability. But we need that with those three linebackers right there, and that'll cover up some because we can't keep going down the line with these old defensive tackles. Gilmore needs to go. Hankins needs to go. Davis needs to go. These guys are just old. We need to get, we got to break. What's that boy name? That we just drafted.
Mozzie.
We got to get him in the weight room, get him going, and then add some beef on him.
He needs to add some weight on him.
And then once that happened, then we can protect Micah. Running that 4-3 defense, he can come down on the end and also rush, and then he can also play in the middle of the field. So that's two options he can take. So if you got that, he can still rush the quarterback from the outside, and then he can go back in the natural position. But once they figure out this defensive coach thing, and then it's gonna work out fine. But that's the way it's going now. So that's how I want to see him play. Because I do anybody plays football. All those snaps, they added an extra game on, so he's getting chop block, he's getting beat the hell down, so it's very hard on his body. I'm not trying to make no excuses, but that's the way it is. And then he's not coming out, he's not resting. We don't have another good linebacker behind him to give him some rep, to give him some time to rest. And so, but he's a machine. We got to say Micah is a good tackling machine. He may not be all of that in the bag of chips, but he's a good tackling machine, and I'm good at his production, only not as pass rusher because he's wearing down fast. And then once we decide to fix his secondary, I don't know if we're going to talk about secondary today. We need to fix his secondary and get the old guys out of here, like Lewis, like Hurst, and get those guys out. I don't care how much experience you got.
Definitely Curse.
I don't care about how much experience you got.
Yes.
You're not getting to the Paul. We see the problem. We don't have dogs. I keep trying to tell everybody we need guys that wants to hit. We need guys that wants to come up and slap your mama, and I'm gonna take her lunch, and then when I'm done, and I'm gonna drop her off, and I'm gonna say thank you very much. Please forgive me after the game. But we need those dogs to come up and tackle.
I agree.
I don't like I call it lazy tackling, and that's what you saw in the Green Bay game.
Yeah.
I agree. Poor tackling in that game for sure.
Ah.
If anything, as well as Marquise Bell played at times, he should probably move back to safety. He's not a linebacker.
Yeah, no, I agree. But my last point on the Micah Parsons thing, man. See, I would not have a problem with this podcast if his ass was producing in the fucking playoffs. You know what I mean? If he had more than 2 sacks down the stretch, I wouldn't have as big of a problem. I would have a little bit of a problem, but at least he's getting it done on the fucking field when it matters. My issue is your ass had fucking 1 tackle, and you want to get up there and make excuses saying that you played your ass off. No, you didn't. I don't want to hear that shit. And
Ishan, the Packers are well coached. That line was awesome. They should have beat the 49ers, but they didn't. They was chop blocking Micah every chance they got. They doubled and chop blocked him, hitting them at the knees. So they watched tape. They watch tape every single game that they watch. How do we get Micah Parsons this game? I'm not making no excuses for him, but when you're constantly getting attacked like for 4 quarters, you're gonna be worn down. You're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be upset. And he didn't do shit in that game. They game planned around Micah Parsons, and that's what you do. That's what they did.
Right. No, I agree with you. All I'm saying is the fact of the matter is you had 1 tackle. And in the 3 playoff games you played, let's remove the Packers games. Even still, he's had 2 sacks fucking in 3 playoff games. And so when you have that kind of productivity, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. That's my point. And plain and simple, be quiet, go home, rest up, beef your ass, get bigger, like you were talking about, OG, this offseason. And so that's my thing. You had 1 tackle, so be quiet and move on with your fucking life.
Deactivate Twitter accounts.
How about you? Take a break from social media.
Exactly.
Hey,
and here's
be
the
a
thing,
football guy first, and less of a social media person.
Yes, man.
Football comes first.
He's my age, man. He's 24. I'm 24. So trust me when I say, if you care enough about your craft, you will dedicate it.
No. Don't end up being a bust like Calvin Joseph was.
but oh fuck, but no, but to your point about Jonathan Hankins, man, it's like, see, I agree that he needs to cut down a little bit, but my problem with getting rid of him, we saw during the 6 games how, like, during the last 6 games of the season, without him, our run defense was fucking horrible. And I know when
we have no one
it
else.
was,
We're talking about Hankins.
Yeah.
Well, I think Hankins is overrated
you think so?
I
because
agree with that.
Hankins was in the Packers game and Aaron Jones did whatever he wanted.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree. And for me, it just comes down to, like, because I want to give him. I mean, I know a lot of people are calling Mozzie a bust. I mean, it was his first season, so I want to give him a little. I mean, I didn't see no productivity from him this season.
He got a sack.
Okay, but 1 sack in the 17 games.
Yeah,
but
stupid.
Don't look at the games. Look at the snaps.
no, but I mean, I want to. I don't want to call him a bust, man. But, like, we need somebody up there with man strength to fucking play defensive tackle to plug up the run. And so that's my only yeah. No, I mean,
Is that guy from Kansas City a free agent this year? The defensive
Chris
tackle.
Jones, yeah.
Chris Jones, is he?
Oh
Is he
gosh, boy! If we didn't have that Dak Prescott contract, can we sign him to some of that money? I would love to have him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't think Kansas City would get rid of him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised
money
if they-
talk
Franchise
bullshit.
pro,
Well,
you know.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they get rid of him.
But there was one guy who was interested in getting last year. His name was Sean Robinson. He signed with the Giants, but he might be a good, nice little stopgap player for right now. He's good against the run, I think.
Okay, yeah,
I
I've
think
never seen him
he's
play.
probably better than Hankins. He's at least a little younger than him too. So
Yeah, he's 28. So, but yeah,
Someone said that right here. Here it is, right here. Let me show this on the screen. He goes, I think they're focusing too much on the players, but Dallas has good players. Problem is they're lazy and unmotivated. All right. Here's why I agree with that last statement there about they're not motivated.
no, I
Okay.
agree with that.
The 49ers came into our house in the very first playoff game with the boombox, and they were marching to that field, and their goal was to whoop our butts, and that's exactly what they did.
Right,
And the Cowboys offense was just lost. Right?
right.
You go to the next game,
right.
same thing, not motivated. You go to this Packers game,
Oh, don't go there, please.
they're walking out, their heads are down, everybody's heads down, and they're walking to the field.
Yeah,
And it's like, who is going to motivate these guys?
Right.
Like, I get it. They huddle up before the football game by the goalpost and they do their hoorah speech. But I need you motivated. Who all played football here?
yeah, I have. Yeah,
Before you suit up, you're already getting into the zone.
yeah.
When you're suiting up, you hit your pads, you hit your helmet,
Yeah.
you're starting to get pumped up. You
Yeah.
go out to the field. You might look at their coach the wrong way. You might
Right.
look at their player the wrong way. You might bump into one of their players the wrong way. But guess what? You're getting yourself pumped up. That's self-motivation.
Right.
Dallas Cowboys lack self-motivation. Not even a group motivation. A self-motivation.
Exactly. I agree. Wholeheartedly.
And I think that's the culture Jerry has established because Michael once was a dog.
Exactly. And that's my problem. That's exactly my problem. His rookie season, he was a dog. And then slowly he's become a celebrity. That's exactly my problem. You're right, 100%.
Cowboys Twitter, I remember hearing.
They're losing.
Hold on. Who said that? Who said Cowboys Twitter?
Nate.
All right, what's up, Nate?
I remember hearing during that first playoff game with the Niners when we were at home that I think it was after the game that McCarthy even said that during the team prayer that he heard the nervousness and the voices of the players. I remember being so pissed off about that.
Man,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. But that explains fucking how they played.
Right.
Man,
I forgot about that. Thanks for that nugget, Nate. That just brings my point home.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah.
That brings my point home, and I forgot all about that.
Yeah. No, but they are lazy. They are unmotivated, man. It's football is not all that matters to them, and that's the fucking problem. You know what I mean? It's like but my thing is with the drought, the playoff drought that we've had, you shouldn't have to you should already be fucking motivated.
Play out success drought. We've been to the playoffs. There's
Well,
no
no,
drought there. It's success.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. With the fact that we have not been to a conference championship since '96, a Super Bowl since '95, you would think that you would be motivated to get the fuck back there, especially when we were gifted 2 home playoff games. Right? We were undefeated at home. We were gifted 2 home playoff games. You would think that they would be motivated, right? That should be enough motivation, especially because let's not forget, this is not the first year that this has happened. Last season, Dak played awful in the fucking playoffs, the 49er game. The year before, same shit. So I would expect, at the very least, the quarterback to not make those kinds of mistakes, especially given the past 2 playoff games your ass fucking lost us the fucking games. But then when it comes to the defense, it's the same thing. And we already know McCarthy is not going to motivate a wet paper sack. He can't. But I would
Smash your watermelons and monkey butt powder.
Yeah, but we know he can't motivate fucking any. But the players, man, you got to be able to that's my problem, and that's why I have such a struggle with the Cowboys. It's like we had not been to a conference championship since '96, Super Bowl since '95, and I understand these guys were not around that long, but with how much people bring that up, with how much people shit on that fucking, that drought, if you will, you would think that these guys would have some motivation to fucking, at the very least, we should not have been losing 48 to fucking 16 at a point in this game, right? That's like the fucking bare minimum. If it were like nip and tuck,
well, as you call it, the nightmare is over now. He moved on to Washington, so.
But
Cowboy Brown, what's up, man? You there?
You there?
No. Mike, what you got to add, man?
Oh, man. I was thinking, I think we need to get rid of Sam Williams. He's a penalty machine. He doesn't what has he done that's been good? Yeah. He constantly causes these penalties. He has all these off the field issues with Jerry Jones saying that's improvements. The fact that he was constantly speeding, and having all these off the field issues and being a penalty machine, he has to go. He has to go. He's done nothing good. He has to go. That's all I got.
I want to get into Sam Williams' town as well, but who do we replace him with? Someone in the draft?
That's
or
true.
veteran?
Yeah, you can replace Sam Williams in the draft.
That's my question.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can. He's very replaceable.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's reckless, man, and that shows on the fucking field.
Yeah, he's so reckless.
That he commits are unacceptable.
Who do you think would take stupid players like Sam Williams? Eagles?
I'll say this. I applauded the Dallas Cowboys for taking a guy like Kelvin Joseph and Sam Williams because we haven't seen that. And Mike McCarthy did that, right? We haven't seen the Cowboys do something like that. Right. I mean, the last player that they took a chance on, like with that type of background, was Randy Gregory, right? So because hindsight's 20/20. Either you take a guy that has stupid, a low IQ, and they don't do stupid stuff. It's either gonna hurt you and make you look dumb, or you're gonna look really good because you got that guy, right? So I wanted some type of just the right kind of guy stuff that Jason Garrett brought in. It annoyed me because it didn't lead the dog, right? Now it's like getting poked with the stick in both directions because I got tired of Jason Garrett's right kind of guy stuff, but then you give me knuckleheads, and I can see why we stayed away from knuckleheads.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, when are one of these guys going to hit? Cowboys Brown, are you there now? No? Nate? So. All right, Retro, you got anything, brother? What you got?
Where do you want me to start? Just anywhere?
Wherever we want to go.
Okay. Yeah, we need to get rid of knuckleheads like Sam Williams and get rid of the players that, were reaches like Nashawn Wright and get some actual players that know how to play, get some actual linebackers that know how to tackle, cover. I feel like we should get a couple of linebackers in the draft, maybe even free agency. And we also need to have some kind of dog mentality where we can just take over a game but not do any stupid penalties that, that allows the offense to keep driving on us and running on us and all that stuff. We need something like we were talking earlier about the coaching staff. I like to believe that at least McCarthy's not Jason Garrett. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He's gotten us to the playoffs. But the problem is we can't seem to advance past the wild card or the divisional round. We need someone that can motivate us and just elevate us past this. Even if we have a bad game or two, we can come back from it. We can always just, hey, we lost that game, we move on. We start showing, a sense of urgency. We start taking over games. We start showing up against the good teams, not always consistently being the bad times, padding our stats, looking like we're all world beaters.
Right.
But when it comes to the game that matters the most, or the game that, we have to win this game, it's like we can't seem to do it. When there's like no pressure, we'll easily blow them out, or it might be a dogfight and we'll pull it out in the end. We need to have that consistent value of being self-motivated, being ready, not being nervous. Because if you're fucking nervous, that's going to affect the team, and you're going to play like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And also have
not turning the ball over.
Coaches that are going to just be your buddy or your pal, like what Wade Phillips was, or even Jason Garrett. You need someone that's going to be a head coach first, not want to be your pal. He's going to expect you to do shit that you should be able to know how to do. And if you don't perform, you can either just ride the bench or you can be fucking cut or traded. That's what I would have as a head coach. Get rid of the players that are just not performing.
No, I agree with that. OG, what you got?
I'm sorry, what now?
What you got?
What on Sam Williams or just whatever individual, whatever?
It don't matter what you got. This is talking crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys, brother. What you got?
What I'm, like I said, wait till after the Super Bowl, and then go get your guy. I'm looking for a guy. These guys are not going nowhere except for the old vets. So I hope to see these old vets get the hell out of here. But I'm looking for young talent to come in there and make a name for themselves. And then I'm also, this new, if we get Zimmerman or whoever, I would prefer to get that San Francisco coach, the defensive coordinator, because he whooped the shit out the Lions. They came all the way back on defense, and he did some things against Green Bay. So I would prefer him to come in and then let him coach the defense. But we need a hard-nosed defensive coach that'll go and get in their ass, go over and get in their face. I'm not talking about like want to be your daddy, but I'm talking about a motivator. And then but then also we can tell those guys, hey, don't be late for team meetings. I'm gonna kick your ass. If you messing up, you may not even play for a quarter. Well, I don't know, but it'd be nice to see somebody like that. And also, hold these guys accountable for their, put some fines on their butts. When you hit a guy in the pocketbook, that'll hurt him more than him playing. So and figure out how to get that going. And then just a hard-nosed defensive coach that'll keep guys, make sure their weight is down, making sure their character is in check, and figure out how to and technique and stop these goddamn penalties. And if you come in, you got to coach Sam Williams. You put his ass on a strict non-tolerable bullshit. If your ass out here getting penalties, or you being late for meetings, or I ain't babying your ass, you out of here. We're gonna cut you in training camp. You go find someplace else to play. I'm looking for a guy like that. Y'all want to bring all these old players back? Hey, put a stimulations on them. Hey, your ass is finna get fined, and you're gonna get cut, and find somebody to replace you with some draft picks. So nonsense. I want no nonsense, and just work on the defense. And then if you can out coach McCarthy, and then because Mike McCarthy, he's not going to. He went over and got in CeeDee Lamb's face after that game. He went over and said to CeeDee Lamb, we don't know what the words were, But hey, you go over and get in Dak Prescott's face too. Tell Dak, hey man, what the hell are you doing over throwing a wide open CD lamb in the middle of the field? What's up with all these damn passes, man? We in a game here. This is not, Dak Prescott is making Mike McCarthy look like a damn fool, a straight fool. Not holding him accountable for his character. Going over try to talk crap to people. Look, the ball is coming out of your hand, Dak, and all you are the one that can score points. We're gonna fix this defense. We're gonna fix this defense. We're gonna get a good defensive coach in here. We're gonna fix this defense for him. Like we did a couple years ago. We fixed this with defensive heavy. We're gonna go defensive heavy this game.
Yeah.
Your ass is out there throwing irrelevant passes and interceptions, and then in the biggest moment of your life, the defense is getting crushed and tired as hell out here on the field. No, he did not hold a Dak Prescott accountable. And what I mean by that, go over and get his face and tell him, look, what's going on, man? I'm gonna talk to you. You come over and talk to me. Guys are open. This is a serious game here. What's going on, man? Are you going to continue to play like this? He should have told him, look, you play like this for 2 years in a row in the playoffs. You need to show up or sit the fuck down. Because I'm going to put Cooper Rush in or somebody to threaten you, because he got his money and he disappeared.
He's
they get their money and they disappear.
He's complacent.
Got that big ass contract, and he's holding the Joneses' feet to the fire with this no contract, whatever, no trade level. How much money? Look, bro, you getting your money. Go out there and ball out and play, run and keep the ball safe. But you ain't doing that. And I don't want to hear this. Oh, he jumped the route and he ran the wrong route and he did all this. Look, bro, the ball is in your hand, in your hand. So we need a head coach. Mike McCarthy needs to get in some ass this year. If he can't, he needs to be replaced. And he needs to hold a Dak accountable. Look, I got a young man over here that's behind your ass, okay? He's on fire. He ain't seen many snaps. I need to see what he can do for my team, okay? Take care of the ball and don't turn it over and run when necessary. And that's what Patrick Mahomes did. And then Dak has been, I don't want to hear this no more. Dak has been in the league for 8-9 years. He has seen coverages. He just did that. What more did he's and against these bomb teams, you can't come out and play. We don't have a running back. Okay, all right, but you're throwing the ball, but you're not completing these passes. You're not taking underneath things, underneath throws to take care of the ball, to pick up the first downs. I don't know what's going on with you. So if we can bring in a young man in here that can throw the ball downfield, the problem is we can't throw the ball downfield. So if Trey Lance can throw the ball downfield and give me some 20 to 30 yard passes and hit me some routes that are in those breadbasket throws in between those zones. We have people understand. We have a good offensive line. We're getting better. We would say, damn, Stern still got beat bad, man. Tyron Smith didn't show up. He didn't have no time to throw this time. And wait a minute, we can't say that in this playoff game because he had all damn day to throw the ball. He was sitting back there like, what the hell's going on, man? Throw the ball. Right. Don't throw it into a goddamn interception or 3-man coverage or underthrow Cook. Throw the ball away, throw the lamb on the center. Like, what the hell is going on? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say that. I put the whole game on Dak Prescott. Defense plays shitty. Everybody knew that. And I kept saying all season, Dak Prescott need to put the team on his back and then take care of the ball. And we will probably be playing this game tomorrow, but he did not do that. But we don't know that defense might have got shitty. But all I'm saying is Mike McCarthy need to put the fire to his feet and say, hey, man, look, check this out, man. Look, I got a young man behind you. And look, I'm not going to play around with you no more. My neck is on the line. My job's on. This will be my last year coaching with you guys. I can get a gig someplace else after this. But you don't make me look like no fool this year. And I keep trying to say, Trey Lance ain't had enough. He ain't had enough reps. He hadn't had enough experience. And how are you going to get experience when you're sitting your ass? He done been on the bench for 3 years. Okay? The man has to get out there and throw the ball and see what he can show us. If he's driving the ball downfield, we can run the ball parts of the time, half the time, and then we can play action underneath him to get some small little things going. And if he's not the man, then that's fine. At least we can say, hey, man, we gave him a chance and it didn't work out. On Trey Lance, then that's fine. Then if you can draft the quarterback, this year
That-
and next year. That's fine.
Right.
At least we say it don't work
I
out. Okay,
agree.
Dak, we want to
Agree.
go. Look,
At least
Dak
we
Prescott
tried.
time.
Yeah.
His
I agree.
Dak Prescott time. He's a good quarterback. Obviously, he's a backup, but his time in Dallas, his days in Dallas are numbered. Okay, he has he's been there longer than Tony Romo, or right in the middle of Tony Romo. He has been getting paid really good, and he has not delivered, and that's why I don't buy any more Prescott gear or any more Cowboys gear right now until we get a quarterback in here that can take us there. We are quarterback away from going to Super Bowl, and that's my take on it.
So we have been on for an hour and 30 minutes.
Right.
Nate, since it's your first time on, I'll let you give some final thoughts, and then we'll work our way through. This is Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys every Saturday. Doesn't matter what time of the year. It doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, where you're going. If you want to come to the corner of Cowboys Corner and talk and vent and get some stuff off your chest, or fact check me, or debate Eshawn, debate anybody on the panel that's on the panel. Talking Crazy with Cowboys Corner on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys is where it's at. Nate, what's your last thoughts, brother?
My last thoughts are actually an answer to your earlier question about why fans are complacent with Pro Bowls.
Yes.
I honestly think it's because that's all we have to stand by. We can't say that Dak or Micah's a Super Bowl champion. The most they've achieved is Pro Bowl selections. That's all we can stand by.
Right.
Yeah.
And as far as our lack of coaching, I mean, at what point are these players just going to step up? Because, for example,
Exactly.
the Niners defense the past 5 years have had 3 different defensive coordinators, and they've all been at the top.
Right.
So at what point is our
Exactly.
defense just going to get past the coaching and just play ball? Those are my final thoughts.
Yeah. Right.
Nate, I appreciate you coming on, brother. You're welcome anytime of the day. Thank you. Next month in March, I'm going to be doing a 10-year anniversary stream. I got to get some giveaways and some stuff like that, but I appreciate you since being a fellow fan with me since 2018 in the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You've been following me since I was Dallas Cowboy Football News, so
Yes,
I do
sir.
appreciate that, brother. I do appreciate that.
Football news. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was definitely your old channel back in the day. I remember
Yeah.
You're more angrier back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I definitely have not. I haven't forgot about you trashing Brandon Whedon back in that video, so that was cool. Which he did.
Man.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
I don't think anybody's safe when I get pissed off.
Yeah, nobody's safe when Cowboys corner spills.
No one is. I remember.
And I was going to say, add to this, I feel like McCarthy, he doesn't make anyone fear for their jobs. That's what Jimmy Johnson did back in the day.
Yeah.
He's like, if you don't perform, you're going to be on the bench or you're out of there. More likely cut, to be honest.
Yeah.
He did that with Kervin Richards when he fumbled twice in that last game of 92 against the Bears. His ass was gone.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Retro Scotty.
100%.
Last statements, brother.
Okay. You want me to just talk about, how we're going to be successful this season or what we need to do?
This is Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Whatever you want to talk about for your last statement, brother.
Like I said, just before, we need a head coach that's going to hold players accountable for poor performance. That's what we need. And guys that, can look at themselves in the mirror and realize, I play like shit. I need to go out there and improve and look at the game tape, see what I did wrong, improve on what I needed to work on, and also understand what the opponents are capable of doing. Really take studying game tape seriously. That's what you need to do. And also, we need a, consistent, offense and defense that can, move the ball, not commit turnovers. We need a defense that can, if you can't get turnovers, at least force punts. If you can't even do that, if you let an offense just run on you, go up and down the field, whether it be running game or the passing game, you need to have a formidable game plan. You need to, not be afraid to man up and throw receivers off and not just play this soft zone, stupid bullshit crap all the time, thinking that you can just jump a route or you can allow an easy completion. You need to have you need to have a good scheme. You need to have, the players to run that scheme, those that, have dogs, ball hawks, and not, and actually have some good veteran players, not past their prime, but at least that can still play at a high level, whether it be defensive tackle, linebacker, safety, or corner. You need someone that's, going to at least elevate your team to the next level. That's what you need, honestly.
Yeah,
On
I think you're right.
And also, no dumb fucking penalties. No dumb penalties that can extend drives. And also, just put the hammer down. Just keep at it, and see if your first option's covered. Look for another option. Don't try to lock in and also think that maybe you might get a flag, because that's not going to happen. Be motivated. Be self-disciplined. Know your gaps when you're in your defense, whether it be running or passing. Just be consistent and not inconsistent.
No, that's true.
Agreed.
OG, what's your final statement right here on Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys? What's your last statement?
Oh, not much. Just glad the show's rolling. So I'm I'm fired up. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do on this defensive coordinator. I'm watching Jerry because he can be very slick. The Jerry and crew. So I've been watching them for the last since '92. After Jimmy left up out of here. And it's been a pure hell for all these years, buying all this cowboy gear and watching all these Super Bowl highlights and watching the only thing I can remember as us being in the Super Bowl from way back in the day. Their show got those highlights on. And on Super Bowl weekend, and on Super Bowl week too. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to defensive coordinator, man. See what he can come in there, because we're gonna fix this roster. Hopefully, we get a good damn roster and some good people, and to make up. Our backups need to be damn fucking good too. And I hope we get a hard-nosed coach in here, man, that's gonna rock and roll and kick some mother ass and hold their asses accountable. And I'm looking forward to this hire real soon. So if we can fix this defense, we have some pieces on there that I think we're really good at. Just fix this defense on the run defense, and then get younger in the I keep stressing, get younger in the secondary, because you're gonna watch these boys out here next this coming weekend. That it's gonna be the secondary for both of these guys are pretty well, but Kansas City's a little bit better than San Francisco, and they're gonna be coming up and hitting. So they're gonna show these other guys that this is what you need to do to get better, to get to the stage. So we're almost there, but we still are. We I would say we're at 85% of roster, but we need to get better, bringing in the right veterans and bringing in the right coach, and putting them in the right places to make plays. And like one of the guys saying, the boneheaded penalties and the boneheaded mistakes that'll hurt you all day long. And I'm excited. I'm not. Everybody's happy Quinn's gone. I'm okay with Quinn being gone. I done moved on, but I want to see them. It's time. It's time to start looking at this team like, okay, I'm ready for a Super Bowl. We have been there for 3 years in a row in the playoffs, and we have not shown a damn thing for it. Okay, we got to the second round, last year, and this year we got to the first round. We saw that what we needed. We saw that we needed to fix the defense on the defensive line, and guys coming up to tackle, and the linebackers, and good secondary play. We saw Gilmore get beat. Okay, we saw Lewis get beat, and we saw Bland get beat. Now Bland he had all those interceptions. Okay, that's good, but when the time to matters didn't show up when it needed to be. Okay, so Bland is a slot corner. We need to have somebody on the other side of Trayvon Diggs. I'm not giving Trayvon Diggs a pass because it takes 2.5 years for the injury to heal up to get completely full recovery in that leg. And so we need to draft cornerbacks. I must say this. We need to draft corners and safeties in this draft. We have to get younger. We cannot continue to have these old players back here thinking that they can do things. We got guys that's in the system now that can probably compete with those guys. But you saw Gilmore get burnt with that little curl, that little slant by Green Bay, got burnt. Barring his injury, but time, Father Time waits for nobody. But we have to see that going forward. We got to get younger. And I want to see that. We have to still get younger in the linebacker core and definitely get younger in the defensive tackle position because I want to see more of Mozzie. Mozzie needs to start. He needs to get in the weight room, get stronger, get some on the other side of him and some veterans to help out. But I don't want to see any more of this old player stuff because everybody is getting younger. Green Bay is the youngest team in the NFL. They're going to be back again. Now, I was very upset we did not play them this year because we would have got a small little sneak peek at what their offensive defense would have been running against us, but we had no way to scout them, only by film. But now we've played them this year. We will get a little bit more. I want to play them again this year. The teams that we didn't play, I want to play the Detroits. I want to play the Rams. I want to play those guys who want to see down in the playoffs because the reason why I say that because what we messed up in, we can correct going through the playoffs. We can correct it. We can beat you here. We know how to beat you there. That's what I want to see. That's what I was mad we didn't play Green Bay because maybe Dak would have had a chance or maybe he wouldn't have. But we could have corrected those. I want to play those guys early in the season, come back and play in the playoffs. That's what I'm hoping for this year. We don't play the Packers again. I haven't really spied the schedule, but I didn't see them on the schedule. Maybe I need to go and look at it again. But like I said, that's what we need so we can get ready for those guys in the playoffs. And we have to fix these things before we can move forward to the big game, the NFC Championship, and to the Super Bowl. We have to fix those things, man. Before we get better. But it starts with the defensive coach. I don't want to see somebody hard nose in there. Yeah. That's what
Eshawn.
Have a good night. Love you guys. Peace.
Have a good night, brother. Eshawn.
What's up, man? My final thought, man. I mean, it's.
Oh, you sound like a robot, Eshawn.
Am I lagging?
Yeah, you lagging bad. Is he lagging or am I lagging?
Oh yeah.
Retro.
No,
is it me or is it him?
Lagging, but then
No, he's lagging.
He's lagging.
Who, Eshawn? Oh,
my bad, guys. My internet connection's fucking old.
I'm surprised.
But no, I'll keep it brief. Players have to hold themselves accountable. That's just what. Yeah, my internet's all lagged. My bad. But yeah. But yeah, these players need to hold themselves accountable, man. That's just what it is. That's my opinion. But it was a great show. Had fun with you guys. So I'll catch you guys soon, man.
All right. Thanks, Eshawn.
Take it easy.
So I appreciate everybody coming on. Retro Scotty, Nate, Mike, Cowboys Brown trying to come in. Eshawn. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to the moderators, Brando, Retro, Retro Scotty, Craig English, another moderator. I appreciate you guys, everybody that tuned in to Talking Crazy with Cowboys Corner on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys, guys. Next month, I will be doing a 10-year anniversary stream. I got to think of some giveaways, do some things for that. Cowboys Corner has been going at it for 10 years here on the tubes. I mean, you go watch an old or a young Cowboys Corner, 23 years old. It's insane, man, how fast time just flies, man. Time waits for nobody, but I appreciate everybody coming in here, talking. Can't do it without any of you guys, whether it's in the comment section, whether you guys come in here and talk with me. Appreciate you, Sam. But 10-year anniversary next month coming up, so we have to do something. I have to do something special, and every year the channel has grown. I probably put about 30 videos up a year. I think with my 10-year anniversary, I think I'm going to put up more content and do more things for Cowboys Corners page individually. But no, I appreciate every single one of you guys, and let's go Cowboys, Cowboy Nation.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I also just want to say, stop fucking loving and liking your own guys. Actually get some free agents that are well in their prime. Don't overpay, but get someone that can make contributions to improve the overall structure of the team, leadership, and just, overall offensive or defensive performance. Enough with just blowing your own fucking guys, for crying out loud. It's getting old.
No, I like that. I agree with that too. We could pick that up next week. You're right, Joe, if you want to come back on.
Oh, you're
Cowboy Nation.
Okay, so I'm there.
Every Saturday. Every Saturday. Cowboy Nation, are you in the Cowboys Corner? Peace.